Go ahead.
You know what makes it better than
I
shit?
wanna.
It's liquid, so it gets a little bit of that sloshing, you know?
Mm,
That's
I want our audience to try to guess what that is.
Oh, yeah, good point. Well, I gave a little bit away, but I don't know.
You gave the consistency away, but
Yeah. But again, there was sloshing, so
yeah.
I think it was just part of it.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
It's Nathaniel.
Yeah, he's back. Um, we're here.
Back.
Yeah. Oh, you were on recently, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a few weeks
Did we
ago.
ever do like a post-Super Bowl? Actually, I don't remember.
I want to say we talked about it. Did we?
Yeah, I do. I do
Maybe.
too. Independent of if it happened or not, I just want to say that. You know, the desire is there.
Okay. I mean, you can start talking about it while I try to figure out if we've already done this.
No. Why would we talk about it if we've already done it? I feel like knowing what we talked about is a prerequisite
Yeah,
to talking about it. It smells like bacon in my apartment. I do not eat bacon.
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you do bacon.
No. I haven't had bacon in a long time.
The last time you were on was our Super Bowl preview.
Mm.
We have not talked about it.
All right. Well, I wish the Bengals won. It's a good Super Bowl, though.
Jeez,
yeah.
It feels like it was so long ago.
Yeah, let's just
what
skip
happened?
ahead. So, March Madness. Who we got? What are we thinking?
Ah, jeez. March Madness is so hard.
I'm going to pick Duke to go to the Final Four and then lose. Unless they play
Sounds right.
Gonzaga.
Not into Gonzaga?
I'm going to pick Gonzaga to go to the Final Four and lose.
Hmm.
That seems right. I feel like they don't have like last year, because, you know, that was kind of, that's always been their thing, make it to the Final Four and lose. And then they finally made it to the finals as like heavy favorites last year and then lost to Baylor. So I just feel like that this is more of like a letdown spot. I don't think it like reignited a fire because they just had like a long history of like not doing well in the Final Four. So they finally got to the championship and then it was like, fuck, we still couldn't do it, even though we got one game closer. But it doesn't feel like a progression thing. I just feel like they're going to be back to their old ways.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know.
No one really knows.
Yeah, the whole point of it. Um, I don't know what else. Like Auburn is kind of interesting, but I don't really see it. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't think Kansas.
Because, okay, not one seeds that could make the Final Four. I'm thinking
Maybe
Duke and Nova.
I was gonna say Purdue. Yeah, Villanova's probably a safe bet. I don't know.
Oh, wait. I can't remember if we had talked about this in the past, but tip for everybody out there. If you got to make a bracket, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Here's how you make a relatively consistent bracket. There's a website, and I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's not too hard to find. It has the historical win percentages based on seed matchups. So whatever you pick, just have your seed matchup percentages like balance out. So just like example, let's say that 4 seeds beat 13 seeds 75% of the time. Find a 13 seed that you like the most, pick them to win, and all the other 4 seeds win. And if you just balance out the percentages every year, I'm not saying that you're like going to win. This isn't some like crazy hack, but you won't be sitting at the end of the first round and be like, shit, like my bracket sucks. Like everyone else's is way better. You're guaranteed to like have a few good calls that guarantee you like some good spots and like through at least the Elite Eight. But once you get to like picking the Final Four and stuff, which is where most of the points are anyway, it's all just a crapshoot, regardless. So anyway, that's my tip for doing well in like the first 3 rounds.
Tip for success.
Yeah, low variance, right? Like your bracket's not going to be garbage. I'll be like, oh, okay, like that wasn't so bad.
Well, yeah, the whole point is to minimize variance for your bracket, at least in the early rounds of the tournament. So you get to maybe like Elite Eight, and then.
The bracket's not out yet. It comes out on Monday, right?
Selection Sunday, yeah. So Monday.
I hope I can have another great call this year because last year I picked I can't even fucking remember. Oh wait, Oren, the 15 seed that beat Ohio State.
Dude.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Did you say that on here?
Not on here, but last year I had 2 brackets, and in one of them I had Ohio State, the number 2 seed, being upset by a 15 seed, and it happened on a buzzer beater. And yeah, there at one point in time, I was like 0.7% of all brackets were still perfect, and I had one of them. And you know what team lost to break my perfect bracket?
Like
it should be in the bottom left
Texas.
corner of your screen right now.
What screen?
Your screen.
My screen?
Yeah. Because we're on Blue Jays.
I don't
it was Georgia Tech. It was Georgia Tech. Fucking losers. I can't believe it. I was so high after the ACC tournament win. Like, of course they're going to win this game. Although I guess
of course they're going to lose.
Not in the first rounds. I thought they were going to lose to Illinois, which and fucking Loyola ended up beating Illinois anyway. So
Loyola wasn't bad. They kind of got screwed.
Georgia Tech wasn't bad
in their first match. Yeah, they got screwed in their first matchup though.
Yeah, well, I can't even remember the sentiment at the time. Did 8 seed feel like a robbery? Is that the worst seed the ACC champion has ever had?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. Your first question, I think it was kind of expected in that range. Like they were supposed to be somewhere between 6 and 10. So like 8 was fine. But the bigger issue was like the 9. They got a really good 9 seed. Like they would have been better off being a 10 seed, getting some similar 7 seed.
Did you watch
I think was the sentiment. That was the sentiment.
Did you watch the Coach K Suckfest?
I did not watch that.
It was awesome.
I think I was working.
It was awesome. Oh. Also, I think both ceremonies before and after were kind of cringe. I was watching in passing. I was at a game night with my friends, so I wasn't like locked in. But I also just hate Coach K, so maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He made the whole season about him, which is lame. And I don't like when people say he served the Army because he was a basketball coach for the Army. And I don't know if that's like all he did. I'm just saying.
Also, the Army needs several people, you know? Do you count like the clerks in the Army as serving the Army?
Yeah. Anything that is directly related to my safety as an American, I appreciate immensely. However,
What about
unfortunately, I don't view basketball as a part of that equation.
so the military bands? No,
What?
the military bands. That's a
Oh,
no.
well, look,
I'm just
you
trying to
kind
think
of
of
caught
the
me.
ancillary parts.
I don't know how warfare works now, but at one point in time, the drummer boys were like responsible for signaling like battle formations and like tactics
I don't.
mid-fight. Yeah,
I
I know.
Look. I'm no expert at modern warfare either, but I don't think it's two large groups lining up in a field, uh, with rifles, and then a drummer boy leading the way.
Can you imagine a video of just like some Ukrainian situation where it's like almost like revolutionary era garb and they're like banging away on their drums?
Like
That'd be
Eastern Europe, they
bizarre.
got some crazy stuff over there.
You know, I wouldn't put it past.
What else do you want to talk about today? We hit on March Madness. We'll probably have to wait until after the bracket comes out, just because.
Yeah, I was trying to do some pokers. um, well, okay, just going through for some extra stuff, right? I think Providence is like a pretty easy like one to pick for them to drop maybe earlier than their seed indicates because I mean your record's your record. They've had a ton of close games and are like playing what seems to be kind of like at their ceiling, which is what you need to do to win the NCAA tournament, to be fair. But it just feels like maybe once they hit the Sweet 16, they're kind of immediately in danger every round.
I think it's very possible they'll be out before the Sweet 16.
Yeah, it is possible. Like I think if you want to bounce them in the second round, that is not the worst decision to make in your bracket
I
ever.
have to see who they line up against, but yeah, second round feels like wager.
Um, I know I don't know if this is goofy, but I actually kind of am feeling Wisconsin.
Is it goofy?
I think I think like Elite Eight lock, and then probably not taking them to go to the Final Four. But I don't even know it. Like I wouldn't fault anyone for doing that. It's gonna depend who's in their bracket, like for sure. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. The 2-3 spot is weird because like they'll have to go through each other and then the one seed, so it's kind of the same. I don't know if
Yeah.
that made sense, but in
No,
my head it does.
I understood it. Maybe the audience won't, but I understood it. I understood what you're saying.
Illinois is whatever. They're at like 16 right now, so what? They'll be like a 4 or 5 seed probably. Whatever,
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
whatever.
No,
I'm
not
gonna be
feeling it.
honest. Who is Murray State? Why
Murray
are they
State
ranked
is
19?
Murray State has been a good basketball team for a few years now. Would you like to know
Well,
where Murray State is? Can you guess the state that they're in? And it's not Murray.
oh man. Um, all right. Where
Murray's
is
the
Murray
city.
State? Let me think.
Murray's the city, I'll tell you that.
Well, also I see their logo. It looks yellow and green, which is making me think North Dakota, but that I don't know if that makes sense.
The logo, it
Um,
should be navy and gold.
oh, it's navy and gold. It's very small, so okay. Um,
I can give you another hint that'll
no, no,
pretty
I
much
don't.
give
I
it
don't want
away.
to.
Yeah, well, it'll
I'm
pretty
gonna.
much give it away, but
Uh, all right, I don't want to take too long, but I just want to. I want to give it my all. Murray. Let's.
so while you're
No,
thinking, I'm
no,
going to
no,
give you
no,
some
no,
other facts.
no,
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 other
no, no.
facts. So the team has made the tournament in
Uh-huh.
2018, 2019. obviously there was no 2020, so they've been relevant recently.
Mm.
In 2019, they did make it. They did win the first round. And those 2 years, 2018 and 2020, they did win their conference. So, conference they're in is, well, I won't say. So what do you got?
Brutal. I'm going through all these states, and I'm just like, I'll
Murray State.
go
They're the Racers.
the
Racers.
Racers.
Yeah, like a race. Would you like to know the conference they're in? It
No.
probably won't give it away. It probably won't. You probably won't. It won't really help.
I'm just gonna fucking say Montana.
No, we're gonna keep going until you get it. So the conference they're in
What?
is the
No, I'm done.
the-
I'm done.
is the Ohio Valley Conference.
Wait, are they? Oh, well, I'm gonna assume it's not Ohio because you said I wouldn't get it. I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
Ohio.
Is it Ohio?
There's no schools in Ohio in the Ohio Valley Conference.
Oh shit. Okay. Illinois.
No.
Iowa. No.
No. This has me really intrigued by the Ohio Valley Conference because again, there's no Ohio schools. Ohio's like not even close to being in this conference. There's only 4 states in this conference.
They had a map of the U.S. Is
You're
it a
close.
Dakota?
No.
All right, I
The
give up.
Ohio Valley. All right, it's
Bro,
Kentucky.
I don't know. It's not that far away. Oh, really?
Murray,
Tuckers.
Kentucky. The big hint that would have given it away is the logo has a horse, like a guy racing on a horse.
Oh, I get it. That's cute.
Yeah. See, anyway, like I said, they've been moderately relevant the past few years. So, yeah, they did win their conference in 2020, but obviously there was no tournament, and I don't think they had a conference tournament that year either. So because it's showing they won the regular season, but not the. Or maybe they lost in the championship, the tournament championship, but they were the best in the regular season. Anyway, so one of the best Ohio Valley Conference teams. Again, the states in the Ohio Valley are Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, and Tennessee, as you would have guessed.
Well, hey, I feel good for picking Illinois. I gave myself
It's
a
a
shot.
public school founded in 1922. About 10,000 people enrolled. Yeah, Murray State. Yeah.
Texas Tech and Arkansas feel like teams that will beat worse seeds and lose to better seeds, like strictly. Like they just are what they are.
We'll beat worse seeds and we'll lose to better seeds. Is that what you said?
Like what you'd expect.
Or the opposite.
Like if they're like a 3 seed, they will beat everyone until they run into the 2, and then they will lose.
Okay, yeah. Wasn't sure if you said it the opposite way.
No, that'd be buck wild. That would mean they would lose immediately.
Yeah. That's what I asked.
Wasn't Purdue really good earlier in the year?
They were. That's why I was like, maybe they'll recapture that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Weren't they number 1 for a while? I don't know.
I didn't know Tennessee was that good either. Ooh, they beat Auburn. And Kentucky. Oh my God. All right. I'm sold on Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Elite 8 lock.
All right, lock it in.
Can I have more than 8 Elite 8 locks?
Yeah, 20. Just put
All right.
64 in there.
How could I be wrong? Yeah. Oh, baseball's back. Congrats, your
Baseball
fantasy
is back.
league will stay alive another year.
Fantasy just got reactivated a couple days, the day of.
I didn't know we're back. And we are.
We are back. From what I understand, the deal is still very owner friendly.
I don't care about the deal. Let's talk about baseball. I just so happen to be in Chicago on April 7th, which is the new opening day. So
Yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye out and try to snag a Cubs opening day ticket for cheap as the date approaches.
I was gonna say it's gonna be expensive, probably, and it's gonna
Yeah, it
be
is.
cold.
In April?
Cold. It's cold. It's cold in the northern cities in baseball.
Chicago weather now. Oh, it is 31 degrees.
Yeah. It won't be.
Yay.
It probably won't be 31, but it's gonna be like 45, 50.
I mean, it'll be officially spring by then, so it won't be winter. So,
By the rules of the calendar, it will be spring.
hmm
But on April
officially,
7th, there's a chance there's always a chance of snow.
we'll have passed the equinox.
What are
Think
your
about it
thoughts
like
on
that.
daylight saving time coming up?
What are my thoughts about it? Does it always? No, yeah, it always happens Saturday to Sunday time,
Yeah,
like right?
yeah. Saturday night, Sunday morning ish. So you either lose or you regain the hour between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
You lose that hour, huh?
So in the spring you lose the hour. In the fall, you get a second try at it. And that's because that was deemed like the most useless hour in the day. That's why it's that hour.
Yeah, I guess so. Hard to go wrong in that time zone, right? Personally, I would vote 3 to 4.
3 or 4, really.
Yeah,
A lot of things like 4, I feel like you're starting your morning now, or like there's potential.
I mean that's
You're turning
insane.
around now. Well, when you have to go to work at 5.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, when I'm out having a great time with the boys, I feel like it's very easy to accidentally be up at 2.
Oh, dude, you're preaching to the choir. I'm up at 2 all the time. But
So,
uh, like it's really weird because I'm working nights during daylight saving time. So it's technically an 11-hour shift instead of a normal 12.
you're working nights during daylight
Yeah,
savings.
I'll
So,
be
I mean,
working.
you're not really saving any light
Oh no. Well, I am. I'm working at the plant to provide light.
from the sun.
Well,
Is that what is
light.
that what nuclear
It,
power is?
the power keeps the lights on. No, I'm just saying it's weird because like we'll be doing something out in the field and it's like all of a sudden, why is this job taking 2 hours? Well, because we lost an hour. Whips. You gotta
And no
start
one else has a
brainstorming.
good grasp of time. So,
Well, just because like everything we do is logged by time,
hmm
too. That's what I'm getting at. So nothing will
right.
be logged between 2 and 3 o'clock.
Yeah, do you get paid for the hour?
Apparently, we do not, which is fair because we're not there for 12 hours. We're there for 11. But
Well,
the hour that, huh?
let's look at the start and the end time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you do still start and end 6 at
hmm
6, but you are physically there for 11 hours. Like if they run the card reader when you walk in the building,
hmm
and then and then when you exit, it'll clock in at 11 hours.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but it's all subjective, right? Like, what if the timer just like ran at like 12/11th speed compared to a normal second? Then it would show 12. So I would say this whole thing's pretty subjective, and you should get
I
paid
don't
for
really
extra
care
hours.
because again, in the fall you get paid for 13 hours. So, it's cancels out.
Yeah. Wait, I just got confused about what I was even arguing.
I don't know
Because
really what you're arguing either.
wait, when it's 2 o'clock, is it going to skip to 3?
Yes, it goes
Oh, so you
1:50.
would be getting paid less
That's what I'm
if
saying.
if you went. Oh.
But in the
No,
fall,
I
you get
thought
paid
you should just get paid extra for like working when the change happens.
for the mental stress of having to deal with
Yeah,
that.
it's disorienting, I imagine. I've never
It's
had to
not
work.
disorienting. I've been on nights the past two
Is
weeks,
it
and I'll be
not?
on nights the next 3 weeks.
Look,
Like,
don't sell yourself short, okay?
could be an hours, whatever.
You know, no, it's okay that my boss yells at me. It's part of the job. Don't
Yeah,
don't do that. It's
my
not
boss
okay
doesn't
that you're
yell at me.
working when the shift happens. You gotta acknowledge the mental strain
But
and,
yes, it
and
goes
embrace it.
1:59 and 59 seconds, and then it immediately goes to 3 o'clock the next second.
Fast hour.
2 a.m. doesn't exist.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, doesn't exist.
All right, we talked about football for 10 seconds. Got a
Talked about
little
daylight saving time for 5 hours.
I don't care about the NBA anymore. I'll just say that. I'll watch the
Wow,
playoffs, but who cares? Are the Hawks even in the playoffs right now?
they should. Ooh,
I kind of don't think so. They low-key fucked up in the middle of the season.
they were still in it. Let's see.
No, they're definitely in the hunt, but I don't. Oh, wait. Also, there's 10 teams now. When I say I'm watching the playoffs, that it does not include the play-in games. I'm not watching that
Okay,
shit.
so
That's
because right now, yeah,
bullshit.
right out of the 10th seed, um, not doing too well lately. Well, they've kind of righted the ship. The bigger news is obviously the Lakers, but
Whatever. I don't. Oh my god.
all right. So we did that.
I just
Yeah.
have to throw in there the reason why I want the Hawks to make the playoffs is because then I'll actually watch their games, and I love watching Gallinari. He is he is my favorite basketball player, maybe of all time. Steve Nash is up there, but
All
Steve
time.
Nash, Gallinari, yeah. Gallinari has a confidence that is just something we should all aspire to. When he steps on the basketball court, not when the game starts because he's not a starter, mind you, but when he does get that time, he believes he is the greatest human to ever touch a basketball. And I wish I had that confidence. If he does not get double teamed and he touches the ball, my man's shooting the ball 10 times out of 10. He's got to be a team player when he gets double teams. And then he's also just a goofy, oafy dude. He will make an insane block on one end and then airball a three immediately afterwards. I love it. It makes no sense. He plays with unfaltering confidence. It's incredible to watch. Truly a lesson bigger than sports.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so that's why I want the
Gallinari
Hawks to make the
grayson.
playoffs.
Just for him.
Yeah, and you know what? He's earned it. Get that man a
He's been
ring.
around a while. It's surprising. I feel like he's 33. Okay. That's the Gallinari segment. Thank you. Anything else you wanted to hit on?
No, I didn't really come prepped this time.
Hmm.
I had a long week Friday.
Long week. Teaching
Well,
the
I mean,
pupils, or
I guess every week is 168 hours. Well, except this week, 167.
exactly?
Yeah. So, but
Is it this week or is it next week?
yeah, I don't know.
What's the week for you? Are you a Monday to Sunday? Or are you a Sunday to Saturday? Sunday to
I'm a
Sunday?
sunset guy, no doubt about it.
Sunset? Okay.
Yeah, I like to start my week with skipping church.
With church.
Okay, that'll be interesting when I move, which is inevitable. Um, we'll see how that goes because I just don't I don't like I have not found a church that is a good fit for me in Atlanta. Not greater
Hmm.
Atlanta. I'm talking about like Atlanta around. So that's why I never went. When I lived in Cincinnati one summer, the first church that I gave a shot, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Perfect. And I went every week that I lived there when I wasn't out of town for work. So yeah, when I move, we'll see. I was gonna start. I was gonna check out Atlanta churches again, so like see what was up. Just do my due diligence, and then COVID happened. Fun fact.
Hmm.
Obviously, this is a long time ago now, like 2 years ago, but
Yeah.
true story.
You can still do an online church.
No, I'm not
No,
interested
not
in
into it. You got to feel the blessings. I don't know.
that.
You
Yeah,
gotta, you gotta be
something
able
like
to
that.
feel Jesus in you when you're there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly it.
I think that's it.
I don't know that you're bringing up a good point. It doesn't make sense, but neither does organized religion. So I'm just gonna
Oh,
roll with
that's a
it.
whole other, it's a whole other thing.
Yeah. Well, my mom's a minister, or was. She agrees, so I can say that.
Okay. Church segment done. Uh, long
Why
week.
don't you
What do you
fucking
got this week?
contribute, huh?
What? No, I'm.
Why don't you go to church?
I was raised Jewish.
Why don't you go to synagogue?
I don't even think there is. There's probably one in the city, but
Uh-huh.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I agree. It'd probably be something you have to like look up. Like
Yeah,
you don't just really stumble upon it. You know what I mean?
yeah. I can't just drive around the corner and find one. Like there can't be more than like 100 Jews in the city. It's only like 18,000 people total,
Yeah. So proportionally, what would that be?
and they're all a certain type of people too.
Jewish?
Hmm. There's not a lot of people who look like me, is all I'm getting at. So yeah, what did you have this week that was so long, even though it's a shorter week?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing. Just gassed. One thing I'll
Yeah,
say that's like relevant, maybe like a good mental framework for someone who needs to hear it is like, so I go through this whole process of like studying and then applying to schools, all this stuff. And now I'm at the point where I'm not really waiting on any more. Well, I am waiting on some stuff, but not so much that it's like overwhelming. Like I could pretty easily map out like all the scenarios that could occur and make a flow chart of like, okay, here's what's going to happen if, you know, XYZ happens. And also, I've submitted everything I'm going to submit that directly impacts my decision for being admitted. Like I might have to throw in some financial aid stuff, but in terms of things that get me into schools, it's all 100% in. And yet, like mentally, I just haven't caught up to that because it's been a long journey. It's been like 9 months of just like grinding all this. So yeah, I'm trying to start, reaching out to people, find ways to hang out, do more stuff that I wasn't doing before. But this transition has been not super smooth because I think it's just hard to be in a certain mindset and like a certain type of way for almost a year and then snap your fingers and go back to what it once was. So I think that is also part of why it's just been exhausting because I'm trying to kind of, transition my life back to normalcy, if you will, for 6 months and then it'll change again. So yeah.
yeah. And then it'll probably change again in a couple of years after that.
Approximately 3, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think 3 years is like a lot.
That's a good amount.
I realized, well, this is true a while ago, but like the apartment I'm living in now, this is the longest amount of time I've like lived in one spot since before college.
You've been
But
there like a year and a half, is that right?
let's see. I moved in
Two and a half?
October 2019.
2.5?
2.5 years.
Yeah.
And like that's probably true for you as well, right?
The place that I'm in right now.
Mm-hmm.
In college, I had an apartment for um 3 years.
Well, time out. I know it's
Although
cheating, but like, did you live there in the
yes.
summers?
Yeah, summer. So 1 summer, 2 summers? It's 1 or 2 summers that I was there. I want to say two. So it might have been 2 continuous years.
But does that mean you like never had to move your stuff?
Yes.
Okay, that's crazy.
Although, can I cheat here? Because one of the summers I had to move to a room upstairs.
Hmm.
Same building, just like 1 floor up.
That that's that counts as being continuous.
Okay, yeah. So I think it was two.
Two floors?
No,
I
one
don't
floor.
know. I don't. If it was two,
Yeah.
a lot of distance.
I think it was that was a lot of work because I had to move because I was like, well, it's not worth like packing everything up into huge boxes.
But it
But then
was. What is it?
it
Looking
should
back.
it should have been because I moved everything kind of individually up the elevator for like all day.
Yeah, yeah. That's like uh one time I was like prepping for a party and I just like had my groceries on the counter and it wasn't like far, far away, but it wasn't close to the fridge door either. And I had like 36 rack of beer or whatever, and I was like loading them into the fridge. And I was like walking to the like beers that I bought to pick up like three or four, and then going to the fridge every time. And my friend was like, I got like halfway through, and my friend was like, "Why don't you just pick up the box and take it to the fridge and then put them in?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that would have been a good idea," because I just wasn't even thinking. We were like having a conversation while it was happening. So that's exactly what you did, but with everything you own.
Well, because I didn't want to unpack when I got there too, right? So
Hmm.
it was a weird situation. Yeah.
Well, I also think that is unfortunate. I imagine how it played out because imagine your room like kind of being layered, right? So, like example, I have items on a shelf. Well, if I bring the items upstairs, the shelf is not there yet. So I can't put them on the shelf because the shelf isn't there. And so it's kind of like uh first in, first out, or did I flip that?
No, mix it up.
All right.
First in, last out.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was just trying to connect it to something that people might know. Anyway, it's fucking backwards, right? You gotta go in one direction to like pack the room, and then the opposite direction to unpack it. So I don't even think that really served you so well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I did specifically. I
Like
did
that,
pack up
it's just
some. Like I did.
uh,
It's not like I was carrying, individual pencils in my hand as I was going upstairs. Like I had some small boxes and stuff, but like it was kind of like a half-ass packing is what I'm getting at.
Hmm.
I didn't go full on. I was like, oh whatever. Like I didn't tape the boxes up, stuff like that.
Related to this of good news. I believe we are now both old enough to hire movers. Like you always could, but now we're at the age where it's like, yeah, that's just what we do now.
Is that a thing? What are you talking about?
No, it's not like a law, but it's just like social convention. I think
Like is this renting? It's like it's like renting
25
a
is the
car or something.
age where it's like, oh, you just hire movers now. you don't try to like move all the stuff with like your dad or your friends because now it's like, oh, help me move. I'll buy like pizza and beers. That's like not worth it for our friends anymore. I
I've
have a
got
friend
some work friends
with a
who I feel like
child.
did
He
that,
does
did
not want
exactly
that.
that, though.
Huh?
I got some work friends that I feel like did exactly that when they moved.
Were they older than 25?
Yes.
Yikes. Damn, there's nothing to fucking do over there, huh?
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, movers. Well, because everyone has, trucks here though too, so it's
Mm.
different.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
good.
moving in a Prius. They're moving in their Ford F-150.
Yeah, it's a little different in like the city.
Yeah, this is like a rural area where everyone has a truck, so it's like, okay, you just move it yourself.
Just a caravan of trucks.
I mean, you're joking, but basically.
No, I mean, I'm not joking. That sounds awesome, honestly. So, okay, didn't really consider that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to like get rid of as much stuff as I can. But like I still want to have it while like I could use it. Like example,
What are you
I
trying
don't want to sell my shelf right now because
to?
I'm using that and I would like to use it for as long as possible. So, what do you think's the sweet spot for starting to like list stuff and try to get it gone? Like a
I
month,
think yeah, I was gonna say a month and a half, maybe. Maybe like
month and a half to be
you
safe.
start like a week before a month, so 5 weeks out.
It's just
You
going to be
start the
so
listing.
awkward because like what if I sell my mattress? Like at the earlier end of that time, it's like, well, what the
Why are
fuck
you
am I going
selling
to
your
do now?
mattress? You're not gonna bring that?
Uh,
Is it
Potentially across the country? No.
too big? Is it too big? I don't know.
Well, actually, I'm sad about it because it's a nice mattress. I kind of stole it. It was like 2 years
Hmm.
old. I
How old is
moved
it
in
right now?
uh, 4.
I got some good more years out of it.
That's what I'm saying, and it's nice taking good care of it. I moved into a place where the people who lived in the room before me were not like worried about it. They were like, I'll just leave it there. So, but then I did not pass that along. You know the thing where like people buy each other Starbucks in the drive-through, and then one person
No,
just like
but
doesn't, and then they get it for free, and the cycle ends.
no, but sure. I
Uh,
understand the concept.
okay, yeah, it was like that, except it happened one time. I immediately ended it. I was like, this is mine now. So I replaced their very nice mattress with just like a shitty mattress that I had around. So whoever moved in after me, I'm sorry,
Hmm.
but it was simply too good of a deal. Very nice mattress. So I am sad to part ways, but I, I just think it'd be so much easier to, move wherever I'm going to move if I don't have to lug around like a fucking bed and like drawers and all this shit. Like, I'll just try to sell it here and then figure it out when I'm there.
You can sleep on an air mattress.
Yeah. Yeah, I could inflate the air mattress on my bed frame
I wasn't suggesting that, but
and
we could
keep the
try
sheets
that.
on it. So it would look like if you just look in the room and be like, yeah, this is normal. There's definitely not an air mattress under a comforter here. I
The reason There's no reason you can't do it.
think that's a great idea, actually. Well, wait, are inflatable mattresses like regulation size? Like, can you get a queen size
Yes.
inflatable?
I have a
Okay.
raised queen size air mattress. You
Hmm.
wouldn't tell. You probably couldn't tell it was not a real bed
Wow.
if
My
you
my
dressed it up.
I already have, I wouldn't say like back issues, but like sometimes my back bugs me. So this sounds like a terrible idea.
Mm.
Like for me specifically, it just so happens because of that.
I don't know.
Aside
Modern
from
air
that
mattresses are
caveat,
pretty good.
excellent idea.
Modern air mattresses are pretty good though. So if you could do it for like a week, I think you'd be fine. For a week.
I don't know. I just got like the big things are like dresser, bed. What am I supposed to do with like the bed frame that my mattress is on? Because like I don't think it's really worth anything, but I also just don't want to like throw it away.
Can't give it to someone?
Who the fuck wants that shit?
Someone moving. I don't know.
Yeah, I also don't want to like disassemble it.
There's got to be someone moving out that you know of that will need a new bed frame.
Gotta be.
Always people moving. Uh,
Hmm.
I think that's good for the show. I think we've talked enough about moving and selling items online. If anyone's interested in products, Nathaniel, you got a plug for.
The Atlanta area. No, just hit me up. You
But
know where
not
to find
now.
me.
In like 3 months, right?
Yeah. No, in 2 months. 2 months.
2 months.
Less than
Okay.
that.
We'll hit you up in 2 months, cause yeah.
No, you can hit me up now. Just be like, put me in the
Great.
queue for the
Oh yeah,
bed
that's
frame.
good. Yeah, like
You got first
pre-order.
dibs. Let me know if
Yeah,
anything changes.
pre-orders. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a well-oiled supply chain machine.
I've got a lot of furniture that like I'm considering upgrading, and like I'm in the same boat. I'm like, what do I do with this stuff? It's probably not worth anything.
Yeah, well, where'd you get it from?
Where did I get it from?
Yeah, like what tier of? Are we talking IKEA or are we talking William and Sonoma?
Wayfair.
Bit of a grab bag.
Yeah, yeah, could be anything. I
At the
would
very
call it
least,
a.
yeah.
I was gonna say I would call it like my couch here. I would call it an upper low tier couch.
Well, I think list it, and then worst case scenario, I mean, you could probably get some like UR kids who were probably like, oh, I'll stick a couch or something, right?
Aw, sick of couch. Is that how they talk? Is that how the kids talk?
I mean, that's probably what I would have
That's
said. We had
not
like
as hip
three
as you.
couches in our living room when I lived in
Jeez.
Hempel. It was dank.
All right. Thanks for coming on.